Yeah, good. John was just saying that most people who played under Hartson are trying the hardest to stand by him. But, let's put sentiment out the way here. Yeah. The players are not doing it for him now. Things are falling apart. Is it best for Arsenal and for Arsene Wenger? I'm leaving at the end of the year.
Well, I actually said at the weekend, Alan, I did a gig for television, and they asked me what I thought, and I genuinely thought that Arsene Wenger, looking at his body language, looking at some of the results in the last month in particular, where they've just slipped away from that, they're falling out of that sort of race for the top four rapidly. I actually thought that he was going to walk. I really did. I thought he was looking very, no energy on the touchline. He looked pretty sad in his face, in his mannerisms, and I genuinely thought that he was going to walk away this summer with his head held high and just say, look, and it's common knowledge that he said that he was going to manage again. So I thought, well, if he walked away from Arsenal, that gives him enough time to take another job. And as you know, Alan, I've always been in the Wenger camp, if you like, but I think it's getting increasingly more in terms of fans' protests, and I think now it's not so much a minority or little pockets of the crowd. I think this is going to upset an awful lot of Arsenal fans because I think it would probably be closer now to 50-50 in terms of the fans that really want to see him gone.
Yeah, it's getting frustrating, and I think it's getting embarrassing with some of the defeats as well. John, I just asked myself the question when I was people asking me about Arsene Wenger, should he stay, should he go? I asked myself the question, a simple one. Did I think he could win another Premier League with Arsenal? No, for me. Do I think Arsene Wenger can win a Champions League with Arsenal? And it's another no. And that's what they want to strive for again, John.
Yeah. Well, I totally agree, Mickey. If you ask me now, do I think Arsene Wenger can win a Premier League with this squad of players, with this particular group? My answer is also no. My answer is also no in terms of winning the Champions League. I'm with you. But for whatever reason, Arsene Wenger seems to have this power, this grip over the board. And he need an awful lot of money. If he's going to stay, he will need an awful lot of money to invest.
But will he spend it, John? We still don't know. Has he got the money to spend? Or B, yes, he has, but he doesn't want to spend it.
He doesn't go in for the huge players, Alan, does he? He doesn't go in for your big hitters. Why isn't he in for Griezmann? It's reportedly that Griezmann may well be going to Manchester United and Jose Mourinho will pay a king's ransom for him. Why doesn't Arsene Wenger go and show the want and the desire to go and get the very, very best players in the world to make Arsenal stronger? I totally agree. It's very hard, though, for me. You know me, Alan, I'm very honest. I'm very upfront. I'll tell it as it is. I always have. But, I don't want to say you like Martin Keown, like few others. Some will say get rid of him, he's this, he's that. But it is difficult for me, who got on really well with Arsene Wenger, for me to come on here and say he's got to go, he's got to do this, he's got to do that. Because, as I said, he will upset a lot of the supporters because they want to see him out. And you keep getting Piers Morgan. Why do you keep getting him on the show?
He's not backward and coming forward, John. He's not backward and coming forward, Piers.
He's the biggest Arsene Wenger hater.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
But all of a sudden, you know what he's going to say. You know what he's going to say. He just wants Wenger out.
John, you got to stop having to go at our producers who pick the guests. You really got to stop it. What about Republic against Wales?
Yeah, it's a huge game, Al. It really is. Friday night, Wales are 4 points behind the Republic. It's vital that Wales certainly don't get beat. The gap could become 7 points then, and it's an absolute. I would think then Wales would need an absolute mountain to climb then, and it puts the Republic of Ireland in a fantastic position if the Republic can go and beat Wales Friday. So yes, it would be fantastic if we could go and win the game, but it's that type of group now where there's several decent teams in there. You look at Austria, you look at Serbia, and the teams with all 2 points off each other. But I just feel on Friday it's a huge game, and we've got our best player back, Gareth Bale. So hopefully Gareth can have one of them special nights and turn it on for us.
And I've got to ask you, Jurgen Klopp, a little bit critical of Chris Coleman, a decision to call up Ben Woodburn, a 17-year-old who was subbed the weekend, didn't come on. He's only had 7 appearances for Liverpool, but Chris has put him up into the first team squad now for Wales.
Well, I can't get my head around that. Chris wants to cap him. He wants to get him involved. There's a little bit of experience for him, training with the senior players. Ben clearly, he's chosen Wales over England because he's a terrific little player. He's played I think he's played under 17s and under 19s level. And I think it's great experience for the young kid to come and play and, to train with the Bales and the Ramseys and the Williamses and just to get used to being in and around the camp. Even if Chris doesn't put him on to win his first senior camp, I think he should be congratulating the young boy. It's I find that a little bit strange.
I did as well when because it is valuable experience for the kid, isn't it?
Of course it is. He comes away, he learns what playing senior, for his senior cut for your, senior level for your country is a massive honour for the young boy. He'd probably travel with the squad, of course, and his family will come over to Dublin as well Friday night. It's a huge moment for the kid,
Yeah, I've got to ask you before you go. You was some title, John, International Man of the Mystery or something, or Man of the Week, or so. Tell us a bit about him. I didn't actually read it. I just seen the headlines. People congratulating you yesterday. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, no, I got invited over to Dublin on Sunday night for International Personality of the year.
Of the year. Well done, mate. Well done.
Yeah,
well done.
I've not got much of a personality, but. I don't know why that came. But, no, it was a nice award. I think a few of the winners down the years, there were some big names on the previous winners, and it's always nice when you get chosen for an award. And I spend a lot of time over in Dublin doing working for Air Sport, which is a television company over there, doing a lot of Champions League and Europa League. So
fantastic.
It was nice to go over there. It was the FAI Football Awards, and Robbie Brady won the Player of the Year. And they give out several awards. So it was nice, mate. It was good. It was nice.
Well done, Big John. Speak soon,
well done,
pal.
John.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Boys, all the best.
John Hartson on Talk.